Yeah, Boyd, every contract you signed was a complete circus. I can remember never any headlines about you re-signing. You kept it the other way.
I will say this though, I'm nowhere near as high profile as Kalyn Ponga.
Kalyn Ponga, I reckon he's made the wrong call. He's staying with Newcastle. Fair enough. He should have gone to the Dolphins.
I disagree, Adam. I think KP's sort of on his way to, I suppose, leaving a bit of a legacy at the Knights, and I think Adam's the right coach for him. I think there's a real future there for the Newcastle Knights to build upon with Kalyn.
I can tell by the body language, Boyd, that I think it's 2 against 1.
Yeah, no, I'm a bit the same. I can see, the positives if he did leave, but he wanted to build something special and he wanted to win a comp. So for him to come out and sign back with the Knights and to still continue on that message, I think that's that's really strong by him.
I can see that point of view, like the continuity. You feel like you owe someone something, but I just get the feeling that he would have been a better player under Wayne Bennett for the next couple of years with the type of pack that the Dolphins seem to be getting, and you're shaking your head. It already seems.
Yeah, no, I disagree. Like, if you look at the age of the Redcliffe forward pack, they're really good players. The Bromwich brothers, Kafusi, but they're towards the back end of their career. He stays at Newcastle. Daniel Saifiti's there. Jacob Saifiti, who I think can play Origin. I think he's staying with a team that has got a really solid forward pack, and they've got some foundations in place. Young Brabham Best continues to get better. Gay guy in the centres. I reckon they're building something. And I think Kalyn Ponga is going to be at the forefront of that.
Yeah, Boyd, every contract you signed was a complete circus. I can remember never any headlines about you re-signing. You kept it the other way.
I will say this though, I'm nowhere near as high profile as Kalyn Ponga, so there's always a bit of noise around them. But for me personally, I don't think even if I was as high profile as them players, I don't think that I'd do it in a press conference either.
You do anything you can to get the end result that you want to. That's what it comes down to, and unfortunately that's the way it played out with Kalyn. I still maintain though, I reckon he's made the wrong call. We'll find out over the next 6 years, but I reckon he should have gone to the Dolphins. I still maintain it, even though you two...
Well, he's left money on the table though. As I said before, he's left money on the table. He would have got a bigger offer to go to the Dolphins. So I'm happy for him and the Knights.
Still reckon you're wrong, but the best thing is I've got no way of proving you're wrong because we'll find out in 6 years' time.
5 or 6 years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Rugby union or rugby league? Outside looking in, it looks like rugby league is tougher in the sense that you've got more physical attributes required.
Watching union, I only played when I was young, but just watching it on telly, it just looks a little bit too stop-start for me, whether, there's a bit more of a flow in rugby league, so...
Disagree. Having gone to rugby union now and being a coach there, it's tougher than what I thought, and it's tougher than what people think. I think everything is a contest in rugby. Every little breakdown is a contest for the ball, and that's a surprising thing, how tough they have to be to put their head over the ball. So guys like Michael Hooper and Tom Curry in England, what they do for a living is a tough job. Ball and play, I agree with you. The ball and play is much higher in league, but the bouts within a game are extremely high.
The scrums as well.
The scrums
definitely a separation. Oh.
Seriously, why would you in rugby union? 8 blokes weighing a tonne collectively,
mate, it's a tough
pushing
sport.
Against another
It's a tough sport.
Our coach Trent and Michael Checker, they're really good mates, and they organised like a hybrid session together. By the end of it, we'd done some scenarios where we played a bit of a pose against each other. So it was very interesting to see.
Did you scrummage?
No, we definitely didn't do that.
Why not?
I pulled a hemi by that time.
Not tough enough, no.
Yeah, no, mate, I'm not getting in a scrum with them boys. No way.
It'd be interesting though to see it at full tilt. You guys weren't at full tilt. That's what, and they've talked about it for so long about playing a hybrid, finding a way to play a hybrid game. And skill is one thing, but toughness, it would be interesting to see who would be able to cope.
They were talking about it there for a bit with the Kangaroos and the All Blacks. I knew that Mal was pretty keen to get it on. I was captain at the time, and I was all for it. It's pretty cool.
Great to see. It'd be awesome to see.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Then you could have a real argument about who's the tougher.
Who's the best team at managing momentum in a game? And in that comes managing the refs.
Penrith are premiers. When they've got the ball, they play fast. When they don't have the ball, they're in control. They've got stability in their line. So I think they do a fantastic job creating momentum and also stopping momentum.
Having played the game and watching it now, I reckon defence is the biggest way to put pressure on an opposition, and Penrith, they're doing it well at the moment.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to say Melbourne, because over the Bellamy era, the way that they can manage the ruck and manage momentum and in turn manage what the referee is doing with his whistle, I'm going to slightly disagree with the Penrith one, but it feels like the better teams get the better protection. That's from a fan's perspective. Watching on a weekend, the top teams, oh look, they got penalties, they got 6 agains, they get the momentum, they get the, not sympathy from the refs, but they get understanding from the refs. Coaching, playing. Does it feel the same?
Oh, the best teams create momentum. That's why it potentially looks like that. Like the teams that can't control the momentum of opposition teams, they're the ones who sort of get penalised for a leg pull or coming up with the ball in their hand. And that's why you see sometimes the better teams win the penalty count.
The good teams are they're creating more opportunities and putting pressure on the other team, which ultimately leaves in them being penalised. So.
I mean, Cameron Smith, the smartest player to ever play rugby league in terms of his game management, some might say ref management as well, just that relationship that he had with referees and the ability to time what he needed to do in the ruck, and it seems like it's part of the DNA of Melbourne Storm. It's almost down the path of game manipulation, but it's not, because they're not breaking rules, they're just bending them slightly.
Yeah, you got to look at them teams too, and the experience that they do have. You know, you've got a lot of players that have played a lot of games, which is a lot of minutes in the NRL, and just naturally, I think, you know, that experience helps them not manipulate the rules, but they just got better timing and sort of know where to be in the field, or know how much time to spend in the ruck, or you got to, you know, take into account all that sort of stuff as well.